preventable, so they didn't need to happen. 248 of those were children under the age of 15. So what that means is, on average, in this country, one child has died every month for the period of the study, which was 1990 to 2008. So one child a month for 20 years. That should be shocking. You have the right to know how to do the job safely. You have the right to know about hazards that exist in the workplace and even around where you're working. You have the right to know about training. You need to know where safety equipment and first aid equipment and supplies are kept. You need to know the location of areas that are off limits to you. How to use protective equipment, personal protective equipment, and how and where to report incidents on the farm. We talk about the process of identifying hazards. So we did that a little bit around the ladder example, right? And then we talk about how the steps you can take to prevent an injury. So that's called injury prevention. The best gift that you can give your parents, your teachers, your coaches, your teammates is the gift of preventing your own injury. Actually, I take that back. The greatest gift that you can give the people who love you is the gift of your own life. I often hear, in talking to people, that they'll tell me about an incident that happened and they'll say, it happened so fast. Coincidentally, it only takes a few minutes to identify the hazards of a situation and to think about how you might prevent an injury. When you train your brain to think like that, it'll happen even faster. It'll happen in a matter of seconds. I like to say that shift happens. That I believe you, the future workforce, our future leaders, will be the catalyst that changes how we perceive and how we practice safety. I believe that you will be the ones that take this province from one with the second worst record in young worker injuries to the province that injures the fewest number of workers. I believe that when you become our future business owners, our future supervisors, that you will make safety the right choice every single time. And I want you to give yourselves a hand for that.
Horse looks pretty happy, right?
Aim, squeeze the handle, and sweep back and forth. So the idea is we want to aim at the base of the fire, because that's where the most heat is, and that's where you'll actually put the fire out at the best time. So these things work for about 20 to 35 seconds. It doesn't seem like a lot.
Bridges. Does anybody know what that means when you're green bridges in your bin or in your truck?
It's just like water. Grain flows like water. Normally it flows wherever it has to go. You open the bottom of the bin and it all flows out. But if it's too wet, if you put it in there too wet, or if there's weed seeds in it, or if there's bugs in it, or if you've got a hole in your bin and it's letting water in, or there's snow coming in the top and there's a snow bank on top that's melting.
Yes, all we care about is I'm party, keeping them good vibes in the air now.
Side-by-sides have seatbelts. So whenever you're in a side-by-side, you're wearing your seatbelt, right? Smiles and nods.
See how fast that happened?
Yeah.
That's pretty fast. Okay, so there's 2 speeds a PTO can spin at, right?
Everybody seems to think that because you got modern age now, when you got a cell phone or whatever, you've got GPS on it and they're gonna work all the time and get you out. Doesn't always happen.
Right, girl.